All right, you know this face, you love it just as much as we do. It's Helen Austen, of course, but we're sitting in on the couch today, Helen, because we have an interesting discussion. So our topic is reality TV interior design versus interior design in real life. What's true and what's false. So there's always something here. There's this crisis that we have to figure it out.
Oh my gosh, I know. Hopefully everyone has noticed that. It's the one thing I always kind of laugh at. I know it's part of a storyline. All right, but this crisis, is it real? I would say absolutely in real life. Sadly, it's real. I would say it's the one piece that really does translate to real life interior design. It doesn't mean it's like a major crisis, but I will tell you, even on front end of planning, there's only so much that we know what's behind a wall. And there's certain things that we can kind of be like, yeah, this is probably this or that, but until we start you start doing some demo and you start getting some surprises and then you see someone didn't do something right previously, then there actually is a bit of a crisis. The cool thing is, and in what I do, is that we know how to handle these, so you don't as the homeowner. So if you hire an interior designer, we're gonna manage and deal with that. We have the resources, the know-how to manage the things when they go awry. And they do go awry, and I warn every client when I start, it's like something's gonna go wrong.
I appreciate that.
And we handle it.
Okay, next up, true or false, your designer makes all the decisions.
False.
False, okay.
Right.
See, this is comforting to hear. Okay, explain this.
Because it's a collaborative thing. So we're still on the front end coming up with the full design, but then we sit down and present with our clients. Like, here are all the furnishings. Here's the sofa we're suggesting. Here's the drapery fabric. Here's how we're gonna do the pillows, all of this. What do you think about that? Instead of like, you're just gonna trust because you just love my style, which I'm sure is so much easier, which is why they do it. But when we're working with a client, you are definitely getting those decisions. We'll come back, make a revision, and then have things be just for you. And the reveal is still just as grand because it usually still is this really wonderful transition, but you are not blind going into it when you're working with a real interior designer.
I think that is so good to hear. I could not do it because I just couldn't.
Me neither.
That's good to hear. All right, next up, true or false, renovations happen in 1 month. That's what we see on TV, 1 month. True or false?
I would say false.
Okay.
Now, there are occasions where if it's really small, like a powder room, we're just doing wallpaper and some small things. We're not like could do anything with construction. Sure, that might actually be feasible. But when you're dealing with trades, you have multiple trades. You have an electrician, a plumber, a wallpaper, you know, all these tradespeople, scheduling them, all of that, it actually takes time. Not just getting the materials in, but then it's getting everyone scheduled. And then timelines, they are what they are. Really good contractors will actually give you a larger timeline than it may actually take. And I know that scares a lot of people, but you want that. So if you're getting bids and someone says, this is only gonna take 2 months, and then another one says, this is gonna take 4, I would actually feel better about the one that tells me 4.
Really?
So that they're not just trying to sell you, and then on the bill, then they're gonna be like, well, this happened and now we're at 3, and then this happened, and then lo and behold, it took 4 months.
Or they like rushed and it's not quality, right?
Yeah, exactly. You don't want that. You really want someone who's just going to be very straightforward about the process. A timeline is a timeline. There's reasons for it. So I know that sometimes we just want to get things done. We want our homes back, but really just go ahead and trust the process and allow your contractor to do the work they need to do.
Amazing. All right. Well, good thing that we have our own local real life designer. Helen, thank you for all the info.
Thank you.
Of course, if you